Yeah, starlings in the garden, they just love this hastily knocked up little bird bath. They're very argumentative, like, considering they knock around together in big flocks. A quarrelsome lot down. Oh, here's a blackbird. It's a more powerful bird than starlings, so she takes priority. Like a female blackbird, she has a brown beak, whereas the male has a yellow beak. See a threatening posture there. Ooh. Is he going to risk it? Yeah, ooh, she's at it again. Oh well. Still not very happy. There's room for two. There's a little sparrow. They just come for a drink. They tend not to go in and splash about. They'll pile in. They've almost got one eye on the sky. As soon as a crow flies across or anything which might be threatening, they're off. And with there being large numbers of them, if just one sees them, they all take off immediately afterwards, which is one of the reasons why they live in flocks. But considering that water's absolutely perishing cold, they do enjoy it. There's no way you'd get me in there. They also like being on this fat ball. Unfortunately, it tends to spin round when they're on it, and I'm not sure that they don't get dizzy. And they don't like it when it suddenly starts going the other way, like that. They have to face the way it's spinning. They don't like going backwards. And of course, the more they flap, the worse it spins. So when that one's pecking and dropping bits, where are we? There. So when that one's pecking, it drops a lot of bits. And here on the ground you get all the scavengers. And of course when you see them in large flocks zooming about before they roost, you get it. Last time I saw it was up near Gretna, on the road up to Scotland, the Gretna services. It was absolutely amazing to see. Like the rest of us, they'll be looking forward to spring. They nest in little holes and openings in brickwork, and they lay about 5 very, very nice light blue eggs. And a lot of these birds, of course, have come over from Russia and Scandinavia in huge flocks. They come across. Because of course here it's, although we think it's perishing cold, they think it's absolutely wonderful. And there's a little blue tit there, I don't know what he's going to do. You want a bath, you won't get in there with that blackbird's there. And there's the cock blackbird with a bright yellow beak and the yellow ring round its eye. Yeah, a big aggressive thing it is. I think he's sort of the boss of all the small birds. No, then he's not going to like this. There's an intruder. The starling is very wary. There's a bit of a standoff now. Who will win? Nobody's going to risk it. And there's a little blue tit having a bath. They need to keep their plumage very, very clean. And of course, when it's very, very frosty like this, then there's another one coming. Most shallow water is iced over. And I keep this ice free in the garden. And you get, all year round you get birds bathing in it. This little blue tit. And there's very common garden bird. It's one of the fastest increasing species. In fact, there's a pair of them there. And there's the collared dove. An import from abroad, but very, very successful in this country. They're a nice looking little bird. They do very little damage, unlike wood pigeons, which do severe damage to farmers' crops, particularly oilseed rape at this time of year, which they descend upon in their thousands. And those of you who have allotments will know how much damage they can do to your winter grains, cabbages, Brussels sprouts and broccoli in particular. That's a bonny little bird. Here's a starling on a fat ball. Crows are very good at pulling up the string on these and pulling the fat ball to bits. So I tend to keep this close to the house. The rooks aren't very keen on coming near close to the house. They tend to stay away. And you can see the sun reflecting on that starling's lovely plumage. And of course when they get together in their thousands at this time, or millions for that matter, you get that wonderful display. The nearest one to here is at on the M6 at Gretna.